This is Matthew Tallarini from World Baseball Network. Right beside me is MC for the New York Pro Scouts Association, Ed Randall. Ed hosts on Sirius. You may have seen him on WFAN also. Ed, how does it feel to be the MC tonight?
It's an honor. This is the heartbeat of baseball scouts. So I've been so grateful through the years to be selected to be the MC, and it's an honor.
Sal Agostinelli, Anthony Iapoce, a lot of key figures here tonight. What's it just like to see those guys just blossom, whether it's from the front office scouting and also just the regular end of coaching nowadays?
Well, it's just great to be able to be in the room with them because they travel so much, watching players, scouting players and such, meetings that they have with their ball clubs. So it's terrific to be able to be with them in the same room and catch up with them.
I love how you have the A's jacket on and then all the transition period that's going on in baseball with either the Rays not having a home and the A's. You can't call them Oakland now. What do you just think about where the franchises like the A's are going to have to do and deal with? Say if they make the playoffs, do you even fit 14,000 in AAA Stadium in October?
Well, they've had an amazing amount of ticket sales for the games in Sacramento. I'm just I'm mourning the A's tonight. That's why I'm wearing this. I've been a big fan of the Oakland A's since before you were born. I think they have an incredible legacy. I think it's shameful what has happened to the franchise. The owner turned down every possible offer to remain in the area, and I think this was a foregone conclusion that they were looking to find an excuse to go to Vegas.
What was it like covering Rickey Henderson, or just like certain times that either Oakland would come into Yankee Stadium or teams that Rickey was on, and just to see him, dominate the American League year in, year out?
What's amazing is that there's never been anybody like him since. Nobody's going to steal 1,406 bases, even with what they've done in terms of the throw-over rule, the shorter space from first base to second base and second to third. It's not 90 feet anymore, the bigger bases. He was electric. And unfortunately, in my opinion, the analytics people running the game were not alive at the time that Rickey was playing. So they never experienced that when Rickey was on base, there was a buzz in the stadium to see if he was going to run or not, and that's unfortunate. The beating that the guy took, stealing 100 or more bases 3 times, stealing 130 bases in a season, was just incredible, and he never wanted to stop playing. He played till the age of 46 with an independent team in San Diego.
What's it just like to see guys like Billy Wagner, CC Sabathia, Ichiro make it from the other day? And what lies ahead for other pitchers that if they have a career like Wagner, how could they leverage their spot into the Hall of Fame, and possibly Kenley Jansen or John Franco that had that case?
I was just recording my SiriusXM show for air tomorrow. And I was talking about the fact that it has appeared to me through the years that the voters don't know how to categorize relief pitchers. Raleigh Fingers got in, took years. Goose Gossage went in, I think it was 9 years. Lee Smith had 478 saves and never got in with the writers. He got in through one of the committees in 2019. John Franco was sitting on the side with over 400 saves. Billy Wagner had to wait till 2 outs in the 9th inning to get elected this time with CC and with Ichiro. I'm just amazed about that. I don't know if they know how to categorize relief pitchers and vote for them for the Hall of Fame. Billy had amazing numbers.
Right.
In categories, he had more saves than Dennis Eckersley and Bruce Sutter. He had a better whip than Mariano Rivera. Why would this take so long? And also, coincidentally, they have had now 26 elections since the turn of the century, and they've only elected 8 starting pitchers.
That's unremarkable to think. Yeah, it's
amazing. And when Verlander gets finished, and Max gets finished, Scherzer, and Clayton Kershaw gets finished, then what?
Yeah, that's a big question mark to landscape with. I mean, Do you convince yourself from, like, if a writer from Seattle never saw John Franco pitch, or other markets that didn't have interleague play before 1997, what's just the advocate build on them that, certain guys should be cussed in the Hall of Fame? I mean, we've seen that a few years ago on the Veterans Committee with Harold Baines. But what do you just think about the coverage that you did, 35 plus years ago, say the least, to where the game is now, either in media or how Insight is?
I think that, everything is out there for everybody now. We have interleague play.
Yeah.
The media coverage. You can just dial stuff up on your computer. You can watch John Franco from years ago.
Yeah.
And there's no, as far as they're going into the Hall of Fame, they're done.
Yeah.
And I find that astounding. At the end of every show that I do on Sirius, without fail, every week I say, and Al Oliver belongs in the Hall of Fame. Al Oliver was a player on the Pittsburgh Pirates at the time of Clemente, at the time of Willie Stargell, at the time of Dave Parker. The guy had 9 straight 300 seasons at bat. He had 11 300 seasons overall. He had an excess of 2,700 hits. Nothing. Not in. It's amazing.
It's amazing to think. So one more question. The global landscape of the game this year, we got the Dodgers and Cubs opening up at the Tokyo Dome. Also neutral sites, Williamsport every year, and then Bristol Motor Speedway. What are your thoughts about the Reds and the Braves playing in the middle of a NASCAR track in pretty much not a neutral location? I mean, Bristol, Tennessee, you can't get a regional flight to most places. So how do you think MLB is going to surround themselves with having that game there this summer?
Well, there was certainly a lot of work that went into deciding beforehand if Bristol could be a place that you could build a baseball field. So I commend Major League Baseball for that. There has never been a Major League Baseball game in the state of Tennessee, and they're looking to expand their footprint. They went to Dyersville and they played a game there. The wonderful game that they play at Williamsport every single year. So they're looking for unusual places to be able to put 2 major league teams, and I think it's going to be a terrific game.
Ed, thank you so much for your time being here at the New York Pro Scouts Dinner. My name is Matt Tallarini from World Baseball Network, here with SiriusXM radio host Ed Randall.